Hello, everybody. This is Lisa Colon Delay. You're listening to Spark My Muse, and today is an excerpt of my conversation with Cindy S. Lee on May 3rd, which was a live event. Now, this isn't going to be the entirety of our conversation. My hosting plan is not big enough right now to accommodate the entirety of the live event. But if you go to youtube.com/@ Spark My Muse, you can watch and listen to the entire thing. So thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I hope you enjoy.
What the desert, in tradition invites us to is the first thing that happens when we quiet down is we encounter our false selves. And the only way to access our true selves, our most sacred selves, is to become familiar with our false selves, to meet them with compassion, and then to ask, well, do I need that false self?
Right.
And how do I then release, let go of these false selves that I've built up for myself so that I can live more deeply into my most sacred self, my truest self. And so that too is also why, similar to what you said, like why I, find, wisdom in the desert.
So it was my gateway drug into the whole world, because he wound up impressing on me about how our thoughts are not us. Our thoughts are something we have, and that we don't have to attach to them and think and identify with them so severely. We can know that feelings and thoughts come and they go. And this whole landscape of the inner life to me was just so impressive. And then I realized, well, he's basically a kind of a psychological genius to me, where he could, by such good observation and his own personal experience, he was seeing how do people get tripped up with these different afflicting thoughts. And he could tell, he was telling his students, here's what's coming. It's going to be the gluttony and the food. He was telling them these are the 9 or the 8 or the 9 when it got to, he added envy later. But I thought, what a brilliant teacher, what a brilliant mind.
Well, it's going to be really hard, but it's allowing that event-based way of faith and spirituality and community, allowing that to die. And that, I think that's where people, they don't know how to imagine what's beyond that, right? And allowing that to, I mean, it served the purpose for a time, but not anymore, and to be able to let it go. But I think for religious leaders, often their ego is tied to the performance and putting together the event. And so being able to let it go and to let it die in order for something new to reemerge is letting go of an identity that they built up for themselves. And so I think that's why it will be so hard, right, to let it go. But whether we choose to or not, I think it will happen. Just because people are leaving the event-based, services and looking for community elsewhere. And so community will emerge in other forms with or without the church.
My hosting plan is not big enough right now to accommodate the entirety of the live event. But if you go to youtube.com/@ Spark My Muse, you can watch and listen to the entire thing.